And so I pulled Mickey aside first, and I was like, hey, what happened? Yada yada, talk to him. I was like, okay, cool. Hey, thanks for letting me know. And then Natalie had clocked out already, but I told the person I was running down, I was like, hey, if you see Natalie around, can you send her over to the office? Because I was like, I'm off tomorrow, and I want to do this now. I already had this happen with another guide where it was like, oh, I didn't catch them as they were off. And then I had the next day, or they were off the next day. And so I then talked to him on the third day and wrote him up. And I was like, I didn't like that. That just felt so weird coming back to it. So I was like, I'm going to do this now.
Well, hello everybody. This is the welcome to our little D&D session we got here tonight. I'm going to try my best to focus not on my right screen but forward here to talk. So we're going to jump into some introductions here. I know for people that are probably watching us at the beginning of this that will we'll be able to.
Sorry.
You're going to be distracted, aren't you, with that?
Yeah, we need to change places.
No, so some of my players are also able to watch the stream for the first time through the TV, so they're going to be slightly intrigued with that. I am Collin Kimball. I am the DM for Legend of Arcana Campaign 2, and so we're about not quite halfway yet, but we're getting our way to about halfway through this campaign before I decided to start streaming it. And so it's a work in progress of a homebrewed world, and my friends here at the table that I'll introduce very soon have decided to join me in this adventure and play some characters and intrigue through this world that I've created. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and move to the party. Alright, with this we're going to start off with my friend Luke here. You want to describe your character and who and what you're about?
Yeah, I'm playing Sir Ben. He is a human in his late 30s. He's a knight. He grew up in an orphanage, got married, joined knighthood. He is a paladin warlock, and so he prays to the greater gods, and a essentially minor deity is his warlock patron that he worships to for battle knowledge. Loves history, maps, everything like that, strategy. That's him.
Sweet. Thank you. I'm learning this as well too, so if I seem mildly distracted, it's because I'm on this. Katie, what's up for you?
I'm playing a half-orc druid named Kirad Miros, but you can just call her Rad. She kind of wandered around as a kid, was passed from group of people to group of people, was in the Feywild for a little bit, ended back up here, and ran into Ben in the forest one day, and he brought me along with him, and his wife took me in, and now she sends me with him on adventures to take care of him.
That's awesome. Krista!
I play Darling. She is a changeling rogue. She was raised as a spy until her family got killed, and then she was adopted into a Haragon family, and so she had taken the shape as Haragon. So the first, more than half of where we've been, she's been a Haragon, and probably about 2 months ago, everybody learned she's a changeling. So she's just a little changeling bunny. That's not a bunny anymore.
Awesome. Alright, Phil, I'm welcome back for your third consecutive session here from, after your break, so go ahead and introduce who you are and what your character is.
My character is named Rittz Orbane. He's a dark elf blood hunter. His story started out as an orphan, or so he thought. As an orphan, he was trained, or semi-trained, as an assassin. It's still ongoing. His backstory is being unraveled as we speak. And he wasn't the only one to come from the orphanage, but as of now he is in the story.
Okay.
That's all.
You don't get no more.
Just watch.
Alright, so getting back to that, we have another player that has not been able to join us tonight. He is off traveling up north. and so he will be back in as a regular player. We also have a guest player that will be showing up tonight, and when he gets here, we will introduce him as well. We're going to take a quick break and then get right back to it. Alright, we are back at the table here. We just went through our introduction of some of our players, and now we have our guest player that is in here tonight, and I'll let him introduce himself and his player before we kick in for the session for the night. This is Loki over here. Yeah, it's all you. On the spot.
Hi, I'm Loki. I'm playing Stormy. Didn't really get a chance to actually really introduce. I felt like it was very like, hi, I'm part of the party. Now I'm not. Now I'm here. last session. I did come up with a little bit of like, kind of wanting to introduce your gameplay a little bit.
Yeah.
So the party got a little bit of backstory.
Yeah, you can introduce. Do you want to do that in game?
I kind of wanted to do that in
Okay,
game.
we'll get to that here in just a moment. Your character Stormy, it's a barbarian and
Barbarian, Eric Ganassi.
Okay.
A little bit of an airhead, or maybe a lot of it.
Awesome. Okay. And now, let's see. Alright, so with that, we're going to kick off the normal part of how we play this. What does everybody remember?
I remember after we retrieved one of the 7 legendary blades from the tower, the city, I can't remember the name of the city we were at.
Oh yeah, it was under dragon attack, right?
Yeah, Delconter, was assaulted by dragons. The lord of the city took took his staff, one of the 3 legendary world staves, fleed, left Delcontor, leaving it open to the attack. His brother secured us transportation out of the city by horses, and after 3 days of travel through a sandstorm, we were able to get back to Dunrust, back home, and I don't think we did a whole lot or made a lot of plans in Dunrust. I mean, Drist returned.
Mm-hmm.
Or not Drist.
Rittz.
Ritz.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
There's a little.
Yeah, Ritz returned. So there was a lot of catching up with the character. Little bit of shopping. Little bit of library perusing.
Yes, library perusing.
We found out that the wizard that likes to show up here and there, Hungry, he's actually a minor deity.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the party doesn't know that. But
Yeah, I was about to say most of the party doesn't.
yeah, myself and Fizzle Boom did find that out.
Yes.
And confirm it.
Outside of what Rittz has been shared from
Yes.
his experiences, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's only you and Fizzleboom that have gone on to
Confirm
investigate,
it,
yeah, about what Rittz has said. You and Rittz were headed towards the mall, I believe, the shopping center, which was closed.
Last I remember, we had time a little bit to check out the couple booths. I bought flower pots.
You did buy flower pots,
Bought
yes.
the flower pots.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty happy with that purchase.
Yeah.
I also happened to sneak a steal of a pineapple past you.
Yeah. Yes. You were. What was the? Not I know you were down in the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Start off.
I was researching dragons in our library.
Ah, that's right. And I think that captures everybody.
Because I now know how to read Draconic.
Yes. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna kind of kick off. Everybody leveled up last session. That was part of our deal. Everybody should be level 8 with the exception of Rittz, who is a level ahead of you guys.
And did we get to long rest? I'm assuming yes.
You should have, yes.
So I should not be exhausted.
No, because we had multiple points of exhaustion.
Yeah.
We've only been in the city for one night.
You guys had more than we did. Than
Yes.
I did, though.
We had 3 points of exhaustion.
So are you at 1 or
I'm
are
at
you
1.
at 2? Then I should be at 9.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That is correct. A little bit more housekeeping. You have also found 5 of the 6 red books, correct? Should be 5, because I think
yes.
you basically got 2 last time.
Yeah.
Oh, and we played a prank on.
Yes, 5 of the
Stormy.
6 books of war
Mhm.
collected. Red books.
Perfect. And then with that, Rittz has returned. Awesome. Cool. So to kick off this, we're basically picking up right where we left off. You're with Fizzle. It's night time, getting dusk time, not unlike right now here, and so dark is coming. The shops are more or less closed. There's a few vendors that are open, but the only difference that having seen the city now, walking around a bit, Rittz and Stormy, is that your past experiences in Dunrust, and also for Rittz, is that it's been a pretty free market type place, very come and go, everybody's free to kind of do what they do, but since the dragons have returned, it's basically made it a not quarantine. What's the word for when
Deserted?
no, you have to be in your house by a certain time. It's,
Yeah.
Curfew.
Curfew, thank you. Yeah, so there's basically a curfew that is enacted at about 10. So you have a couple hours that are left in the day, but if you don't want to be noted by any particular guards, it would be good to probably be heading back to the tavern.
I'm out of luck with my coupon.
Yeah, you're pretty much out of luck. You had your coupon and there's...
Hood closed, right?
Yeah, they're-
Closed, not.
They said about 3 days. So,
It's enough time for another adventure.
side quests, money, whatever you're looking for.
Hit the road.
because I think that's a pretty blue, or it's a blue coupon, essentially, so. As far as Fizzle is with you, you know, you guys made it down to the 10th floor with the current key that you had, and you've sifted through some of the waterlogged area, found what you could find on those particular books at this moment.
Yeah, I think we were headed back to the house.
Headed back, okay. It takes about an hour, hour and a half from the market / the guild to get back to the hidden hair. So, it's up to you if you want to stay out past curfew.
I'm going back.
You're
going back.
You're going back. Okay.
I was happy with my flower pot purchase.
Yeah, it should be delivered by the time you get there. The tavern, you notice, Kirad, that it basically stays pretty busy. The difference from the last time that you were in there watching people coming and going is that with the enact of the curfew on, more people tend to come early. You know, some people are wrapping up now. There's not as much of a crowd that's hanging out. You know, a few members that will probably stay throughout the night, but the tavern keeps a pretty close watch on that with both your butler and the gnome friend. But it's been a rather busy day. Were you helping serve, or you just you weren't trying to get wasted?
No.
Okay.
I was just helping serve.
Yeah,
sitting at tables.
You've been on
talking
your
to
feet all
people.
day, running back and forth between the tables. You know, by the time you get something done, have a quiet rest of reprieve, more groups come in, filter out. It's actually a fairly busy place, which makes it, although you have the privacy of the manor upstairs for you to basically talk in secret too, you also wouldn't necessarily, your intuition would say that you could talk pretty openly and nobody would necessarily be paying attention to you for your meals there. As far as books at the current library, it's been limited. Like
Our home library.
yeah, your home library doesn't
Yeah,
have.
I know. I'm really looking at there's children's books in your comic that
Yeah.
Fizzle Boom got me.
Yes.
And I've been reading those over
Yeah.
and over.
And you can.
I can do
You can read that.
kind of a thing. Yeah.
Upon your arrival back at the manor, I'm assuming Rittz, you be heading back as well.
Yeah, can't find it.
Yeah, I know you can buy anything.
He's just blaming you because it's your decision. I'm kidding.
100%.
I'm gonna give you a
100%
coupon and then
you gave me a coupon
damn.
at the same time too. He's like, look, I can give it to him. He'll forget about it later.
Now you got the fancy new iPod to write notes now, so
Oh yeah, that's how that works.
yeah.
I have something in the notes. I freaking no clue what it is.
Nice. There's that.
Oh, they're vials.
Mhm.
Baby vials.
Mhm. When you arrive back, you see the planters right front and center on the stairs, a couple of them. And actually, as a gift for purchase of how many you did, when you enter your room, there's a small custom hardwood pottery there in the room for you as well. You can see the stamp is all the same from the same vendor, and so your purchase has already been delivered within a couple hours that you've been gone. So now the hidden hair has a couple planters up front in case.
I'll be looking for flowers.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's some sort of flower craft that you're looking for. Yeah. It's a night. The menu that you have on down below in the tavern is some sort of a stew, rabbit stew.
Don't like that we serve rabbit stew. I'm just not okay with that.
Well, I'm sorry, madam.
Do we
but,
have any just bread?
I could certainly add it to the menu, but as it's a new tavern, we're kind of stuck to just one thing until we get
Really?
Here for dinner it is.
yeah. I mean, you have the kitchen upstairs, and I'm certain you could make your own sorts of food and selections, but the tavern is
Bless you.
Stew
Ooh,
right
No
now.
rabbit stew for me.
No rabbit stew for you. Okay.
It's very respectful.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What kind of rabbit?
Just a hair.
A hidden hair.
Wild hair?
I mean,
Okay, no hair on this still.
no, it was properly cleaned.
Oh, probably.
Properly.
Oh, probably.
Properly,
Okay.
sir.
Oh.
Properly, sir.
Alright.
Yes.
I'll get you some hearing aids, sir.
There's no way to properly clean meat.
But
Oh, sorry.
it's down in the tavern. Certain gnome friend will dish you right up. Like I said, there's other ingredients and such in the kitchen, sir, if you would prefer a different meal. But if you'd like the ease of not cooking your own meal, the tavern has you, at least in its one capacity. You also have the two different ales down there, so well, beverages, I should say. Do you know, Sir Ben,
Mm-hmm.
when next you think you will be taken off from the city?
We have yet to decide if we will be perusing the area for the next few days, taking a break, or if we're going to be hitting the road. I think that's going to be decided first thing tomorrow. If we are sticking around or heading east. Yeah. Hammerfael.
Well, I do want to mention that it's, I did get word from your family.
You found the word from back home?
It sounds like your wife is making the trek even in this dangerous time and is arriving in about 3 weeks.
Alright. Who's she traveling with?
There wasn't much word. I mean, I can show you the letter.
I'll take it, please, gladly.
He hands you, goes to the map room.
Yeah.
And actually, in a place that you're pretty familiar with, putting some of your private papers,
Cool.
he grabs a letter that has a seal of your house on it, and him being originally your main butler, opened it and didn't feel any
Yeah.
inaction against that. Basically, in it simply, it's in her handwriting, and you're familiar with it, and describes that, she waited this past month because she wasn't certain with the politics in Alara, and Dunroast how travel would be, but despite dragons being throughout the land, there is still some trade going to and fro, and somebody of her status should be fairly left alone on the road. So she's
Cool.
going with a trade caravan, actually, or traveling with a trade caravan.
Okay.
And, So you think you'll head east then, so...
Most likely, but we'll
discuss that under some coffee in the morning.
yeah, and we'll be back by the time she arrives here. Absolutely. It's I won't miss it. It's been too long, months, since I last saw her.
Yeah, I think I made it here 3 months back, and you've been gone from the manor for longer than that, so hopefully she'll have some update on the state there in Alera. And hopefully that will help with the quests in the future. It sounds like you have some business in Alera in the future as well.
We will, and most likely, when we travel back to Alera, she'll travel with us.
Okay. I think that's all I have to report at this time. Money and taxes are doing good. I will be discussing with Fizzle over the next couple hours.
Excellent.
About some of the taxes and the government officials, we shall say, that have been coming to the house since you've been gone.
Yep.
He seems to have a head for that type of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Lady Kirad, is there anything I could do for you?
I don't know.
How about you, kind sir? Are you planning on staying in the manor with the party for?
I'll be here for a little while. I don't know quite how long. Where is everybody?
Well,
I saw some of them went that way. Can we get everybody together? I wanted to introduce myself.
I'm certain you can. I believe Darling is in the library, and Rittz should be following you somewhere behind you. He tends to lurk in the shadows, but he'll make his way every now and then. Kirad, I believe,
I'm not
is...
too concerned about him, honestly, because I haven't really met him yet.
Yeah.
I don't know he exists yet.
Yeah. Butler was speaking to Ben and Kirad not too far.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's in the library. I'll
Okay.
go find everybody.
Yeah. Just meet up in the common area right outside.
Just invite everybody down to the common area for a beer.
Awesome. I will go collect your compatrons. Sir Ben, Stormy, your new companion, has requested that you make your way. I think he wanted in some sort of common area. I don't know if he wants
absolutely.
to know. If you see your stepsister by chance, I would really appreciate you grabbing her. I must go find the two more elusive
Absolutely. We'll
nature, but I believe
we'll meet them down there.
He heads off in a quick shuffle, and then you hear a creak as the library door opens. Krista.
Oh my goodness! Did you know they have like counting books left? One little dragon went to the city. It gets really bad from here, so I'm not gonna finish it. And I don't know why we let children read these books.
Well, I'm certain the Dragonborn and dragon culture is slightly different than your own culture.
That's a good point.
They probably grew up under different circumstances than you did.
Yeah. Okay. I still don't like that they burn the cities down in the books.
Well, I mean, it's not all they do.
In the book, it's what they did. It literally goes one little, and then it goes 2 dragons came to the city, and then it's like at the end it goes, what does that equal? 0 cities.
That's some pretty good math. Yeah.
Okay, why'd you come here?
Your party and members would like to discuss something out in the common area.
Okay. He's Rittz going.
I am gonna go try and collect him next, but
Good luck. Okay.
at this time, you know where you'd be at, Rittz.
I just got my second bowl of hidden hair soup.
Okay. You find that the butler you see him wander out of the library because you guys are in that communal meeting area, and you see him wander up towards Ritz's room, comes hustling back down, looks kind of looking at the treasury room, the kitchen, and shakes his head and goes, no, then winds his way down to the tavern, and then taps you on the shoulder, Rittz. Hello, sir. It's been a while.
Yes.
Your compatrons upstairs are looking to meet and discuss some future events.
Okay.
You can bring the soup with you. I will take care of the bowl
Yeah,
afterwards.
but I want another order of this ale with me.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
most certainly. I will talk to Max and get that done straight away.
Alright, I will wander up there.
As you start wandering up, you see him sign to Max. He's been learning some sign language to speak across the room with Max, the gnome, and Max quickly pours one, and the butler grabs it and follows you not too shortly up the stairs. Sets it on one of the tables, the meeting room table, and then
Max,
departs.
while you're at it, bring another one
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yeah, all of you. Does everybody want?
Bring it anyway.
No, I don't.
Not even root beer.
Bring it anyway.
Maybe some root beer.
You want some of your root beer? Okay. I'll get whatever he needs. Yeah.
Bring it anyway. I'll drink it.
Absolutely. And then he heads off and leaves you guys alone for the moment.
Who are you? Well, I should introduce myself first. I'm Stormy. What's your name?
We met the other night, but you might not remember.
I don't remember much from when I've only been here one night, so I assume last night I got quite drunk. It was a hell of a sandstorm we got caught in.
Yeah. Rittz.
Rittz, I'm Stormy.
Stormy, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. I had the butler call everybody here. I figured I'd introduce myself. I was hired to come and help you guys out. My name's Stormy. A little bit about me. As you can see, I'm an Aragonasi. I don't really know where I'm from. I remember growing up in the mountains. I remember having a gentle mother like a spring breeze, and a father like a thundery storm cloud. I don't remember their names though.
Sounds about like mine.
Sounds like a lot of us, actually.
You said you were hired.
Yes, I was.
Who hired you?
Oh, what were their names? Let me look here. It was.
It's the owl.
Well, didn't the prince?
Polaris?
No.
Oh, yes. I mean, the brother is the one that sent us to the horses, that he was around, but I don't know if that was by coincidence or...
Somewhere. I wrote the names down somewhere. Give me 1 second.
He's like just checking his arms. He's like, I know, like looking down his shirt, seeing if it's written on his belly somewhere.
I was supposed to keep this on me. I have a note somewhere, I swear. Oh my goodness. This is why they tell me to keep my notebook on me at all times. I really can't. I can't remember my own parents. How do you expect me to remember the name of the person that hired me? It started with an A. I feel like there was another name that started possibly with an E.
Arenthal? No, wait, that's not his name.
Do you remember what they look like?
Was he golden? Really pretty? Kind of looks like this, and I changed my face to look like the elven guy that I can't remember his name.
Oh, Galvantha.
Oh, I remember. That's right. And Elvant. Elvant.
I put my face back.
Interesting.
My face.
They hired me. Said something about swords, dragons. I wasn't really paying attention. They said I was needed. I'm
Fair
here.
enough. Long story short, we're looking for some swords that are scattered throughout the world here. You caught us just after we had retrieved one of them. And I think we're about to head to Hammerfael, eastward. There's 2 more to collect there. one in an arena of champions, and the other currently in possession of some pirate lord.
What are these swords for?
Well, you
They
made a mess.
are-
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I don't know.
They are portals. They act like keys to get to the other planes. And by utilizing them together, we will have the ability to banish the dragons back to the realm that they once were in.
But maybe not the little one. Remember the little one I told you about?
Yep.
Do we have to banish him?
I don't know the specifics of how it works. I believe our Owlin friend is the one who will most likely be giving directions once all of these swords are retrieved. But in the meantime, they're ours to use as we retrieve them. So, Clearus, we last saw in the city. He hasn't arrived at Dunrest, which means he's off somewhere else, most likely.
Who is this?
Clearus is the Owlin. Yes, he's the one that passed on the information of the swords and sent us on our way. Initially it was books. That didn't work. Now it's swords, and if that doesn't work, then maybe it's stabs. I don't know.
Well,
But
the books did work. It's just that they went into the wrong hands.
yes.
And those hands did the opposite of
Of
what
what they
we
were meant
thought
to
we
do,
were
yeah.
supposed to be doing. So, in fairness, the books worked. This is why I don't trust the books sometimes. Like that book in the library, I don't think it's accurate.
I don't usually trust books. I can barely read them, honestly.
Oh, well, I can read them in multiple languages.
I'm still a bit exhausted from that jaunt through the sandstorm, and I'm gonna need one more night of rest. But I think we should make plans to keep pursuing these swords. Putting these off any longer is probably not wise with the state of the world.
Well, you just tell us where to go, and we'll go anywhere.
Oh, we're a group. I think we should have a discussion about it, make a plan, follow it.
It takes so long when we do that. I like when you just tell us what to do.
I mean, Rittz just returned.
Yeah, he's
So
not
if you've-
useful.
If there are things that need to be taken care of first,
Wouldn't you say?
Hey, Rittz, I've been told that a lot in my life.
he may have a very long laundry list of items that
I'm just
have been
gonna, like,
neglected in the last few
annoyingly
months.
slurp my suit.
Oh, no, I don't like the sound.
The butler has since
They're
delivered
gross.
an ale in and out quickly to
Slurping
you
that
and
foam right
Rubius.
off.
Anyways, Stormy, we're happy to have the company, and any help here is going to be appreciated. So, on behalf of us, I'm glad you're here.
Happy to join.
Oh, cheers.
Worst.
Finish my beer and. Was there anything else?
Where to next? I'm just here to follow you. You
Let's-
guys seem to know what's going on.
Apparently I do not.
Let's make a plan tomorrow morning. And I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna get up and excuse myself off to bed.
Okay.
What time is it?
Well, it's not too late.
I thought the sun was down
Oh,
by
I
the
feel like
time.
I've only had 2 beers.
Yeah, no, I think
I'm an old man. No, not that old.
Ben is going to head back to his room at this point, and you're gonna start a quest, drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
He's not stopping. You see that as you're drinking, that Rittz is also. He's not quite giving you a full eye, but he's watching how much you're going for, and he's
We're matching.
yeah, he's casually keeping pace with you. I don't know if you've noticed that, but
maybe in the subconscious way. It's just like the way of just like continually cheers you. You know, cheers.
Can
Can I see if I can
But I'm
swap
gonna get
their
up.
beer into root beer and see if they notice?
You can try, yeah.
Thank you.
What? Wait, what?
That's sweet.
Wait, she gotta try.
Yeah, I gotta
She
try.
can't just
Oh, she.
What do I need to roll?
Sleight of hands, please.
She's gonna
And that will be our first true roll of the night. So let's see if the players have got the magic or if the DM does.
Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
11, but I rolled a natural 1.
You spill it. You're being super sneaky, and right as you almost have it slipped on the table, you hit the edge of the table, and it just goes
Can you hand
kerplunk.
me those dice? I don't trust these ones anymore. Thanks.
Something cooking?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we have Sorry, we have a new oven, so I just smell it.
Do you
I
have
was
any more?
noticing that.
Yeah.
I like that the
Now I need to roll with this
Who,
one.
who microwaves pizza rolls?
It's induction,
So not
so
the.
And it's
the root
worse.
beer's been spilled, right?
yeah, it's been
Okay.
spilled.
All right, I'm standing up, flipping the table.
Go ahead and make a strength check,
Okay.
a dex check, and
I
a
gotta
dex
make a
check.
dex check?
Yeah, you need to make a dex check. Saving, sorry. You two saving.
I'm gonna use
saving strength.
Go to actual dice
Yeah, do it.
because that's more fun.
I could have done that the last time.
That's cool.
That's 20, right?
I rolled a natural 20 for a 27.
You sidestep. You see him just about.
I'm doing a strength check, right?
Yep.
Dirty 17. No.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Natural
What-
20.
For
Can you
29.
keep the table? Right.
Can I just make sure my drink
double
is
check
on
when
the
I'm-
table?
I just
You
added
roll
it.
Like, you're
plus
about-
3.
like, you-
Yeah. So whatever you roll plus 3.
You could have stopped the
17.
table,
Okay.
Rittz.
That wasn't what I was
so
doing. He didn't
with
give
that,
me a description.
you
of
flip
what
the
I-
table, but these two see you just about like you get up, and then you flip the table. Like you have a pause in your brain right as you make the decision to flip the table. So they both kind of step back,
No, I
clear.
just want to clear my drinks.
The butler comes rushing in, and is like sees that you're not like yelling.
This is why we can't have nice things.
What is this? Why? What is this liquid? I'm so mad.
Reserve all.
I spilled my drink.
What? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Darling.
Why is the table?
My name's Darling.
Why am I? How did I get?
Can I just, I'm just gonna say.
Sorry, that happens
Sneak off,
sometimes.
going
I'm
going
so
down to the
sorry.
tavern, or the
Back
bar.
down to the tavern.
I'm
Okay.
going to the bar.
He slips right on out. The butler starts
What
writing
just
the
happened?
table.
I spilled a drink. You flipped a table.
Did I?
We're gonna have to have a conversation about that because
I'm so sorry. I sometimes it just happens. It's like lightning, you know. It just all of a sudden, just sudden burst of energy. I don't know where it comes from.
okay.
It gets triggered. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go to my room and meditate though, just because it shouldn't have happened.
Oh, I'm gonna clean up.
Oh, the butler's already
I
writing
know,
the table.
but I'm gonna help him.
It's
That's
already
bad.
he's
Going
already
straight to the bar.
You're going straight to the bar. That's your meditation chamber. You see Rittz. He looks like he's sneaking down the stairs, and I can just see that you'd follow him and sit right next to him. Some time passes on, and how I like to do drinking games is I like you to both roll a d6.
Of the rolling kind. You barely do the other kind.
No, that's not true. I got drunk the other night. I just couldn't do it last night because I feel good.
Ooh, that's a one.
And it was good because
Yeah.
Come on. Okay.
someone went to the hospital last night and I had to help. Oh, G6? Oh, how'd that ring?
All you gotta do is beat them one.
I know, but
At least over.
I was wondering if he was going to throw me under some kind
playing drinking games with other people.
We can have the whole bar going. That would be great. How many people are in here?
Huh?
Is that
We
it?
haven't
It
gotten
totally
that
sounds
far.
like it.
I mean,
We're
we
there.
we just
earlier
sat
it was
down.
Aino Mountain.
I just threw a fit and with no reason behind it.
It was entertaining enough for me.
Yeah.
That's what she gets for messing with our beer. Pesky rabbit. Yeah, I think you guys are all pretty young. Pesky rabbit, really?
I'm not there. You're just hurting my feelings from afar. I don't even know you're hurting my feelings.
Boom.
Not
Everything
boom.
tonight seems rabbit.
Not boom, no. What's that?
Tonight seems to be a hairy situation. Like a rabbit themed.
It was a good thing we hopped right down to the bar.
So it was a 1 for you.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah,
much?
three.
You got 3. He's 2 ahead of you. It's been 2 hours, so that puts you about 10 o'clock at night. So there's still time at night, but in that time you've finished 1 full pint and he's finished 3. How does that make you feel?
Oh, 23. How many people are in this bar?
Most people have cleared out. There's a few stragglers, but you see that.
Act like they gotta go to work around here.
What was that?
They act like they gotta go to work around here.
The curfew. So.
That curfew.
Hmm.
I'm gonna sleep on the floor.
What was that?
It's a
Sorry.
tavern.
care
I'm gonna
about
sleep
their
on the floor.
curfew.
Yeah, there. Like I said, there's a few patrons that aren't leaving. They're obviously staying for the night. And they're off in the corner, kind of. You can see card games going on over there. There's
We
3 of
should
them.
invite
How do you
them.
feel about this curfew?
I think it's nonsense.
I think so too.
We get drunk enough, we can just run around
I'm
there.
gonna get up and I'm gonna go throw the doors open.
Okay.
Just standing for now.
What doors?
The front door.
Just back upstairs.
Is that upstairs?
Tavern in
Yeah.
the basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be the basement.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Well, then I'm leaving the tavern and going and standing in the door and looking
just
outside.
Just outside. Okay.
I just want to. Do I see anything?
No, it's
Nothing
a
interesting?
dusky night. It looks like a weather front might be setting in some here soon, but nothing too terribly crazy. Some little bit of rain potentially.
How long?
You're gonna keep going.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll. D6.
Come on, 6. Ah, 6.
6. Yeah, you're no longer your other
11.
character. Your Rittz is plastered at this point.
Wow.
Max
Max? I got a Max?
Max is still roll perception for me. How about that?
Oh shit. 9.
You said 9.
9.
No. So
Shit, I should have rolled on my finger.
basically, Max very stealthily has been adding water into your ales, and you're not cognizant of the fact. So
Who?
Max.
Oh man.
So he basically.
I'll wake up with a hangover, I guess.
Yeah. So you're slowing down. I would say that with that roll, you're probably not getting much more drinking in for the night.
I need to do some upgrade on this bar.
Now that I'm at the doors and I've stood there for long enough to get a gauge that there's not a guard standing out looking around, gonna see me. I'm gonna to go for a short evening stroll.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's just a little bit of time underneath the moonlight. I don't know if anything's gonna happen during that time frame.
No. There's kind of two options about it. Safe that is that you do have a fairly good landscape outside back of the manor that has open skies, nice little yard and stuff. That's where you originally came into through the teleporters. The teleporters back there. It's a private lot, so nobody's doing that. Or you can try and walk to town.
I'm going for the back streets, whatever alleyway I can get myself into.
Go ahead and roll insight for me. You're not super familiar with Dunrust, so yeah, D20, and it's one of your checks there.
Yep.
If we do not go anywhere the following day, work on this.
14.
14. We'll say that's you've been in enough cities to kind of get a natural pattern on like how and where to go through the city to stay off the main roads. About 15 minutes in, you do see a patrol of high elves. They're yeah, high elves. They're occupying the city. Two of them look like they're mage wielders or mages of some sort. Two staff wielders, and in between them are two fully vested and armored guards. And they can't quite see their faces in the helms, but it is a full plate armor of some sort. And you can see that they're not wandering down the side streets, but they are patrolling the main, and nobody's out. Even in the back alleys, you've noticed in about 15 minutes.
That's a good. I feel like 15 minutes is a good distance. I'll watch that. Watch that little group of elves.
Yeah, they continue down the main path.
I'll continue
Torches.
just kind of stay in whatever alleyway or whatever duct area that I'm in, shadow that I'm in.
There's kind of a little lofter you can get yourself up into in this alleyway.
I'm not particularly trying to hide from them.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily hiding, but it is a little bit more of an aerial view, if you'd like that.
No, not particularly. I'm just gonna stay where I can see them. Potentially, if I can see them, I guess they could see me. But
Okay.
not too concerned about it. Just gonna continue on my evening stroll as though nothing is going on.
Okay.
And I'll make a short loop back towards the tavern.
Okay.
It's an evening stroll.
Yeah. With that, as you head back, you're not troubled by anybody, really, but you do see a second patrol, so you know they're out. It does look like it's two sorcerers of some sort and two guards. That's how they station their patrols, so four in total. When you get back, the tavern's noise levels kind of died down. I'm assuming you two have made your way to some sort of room. I don't know what you two are doing.
I was asleep.
Yeah, I know you're asleep. You're the old man.
Going to bed probably.
Okay. Darling, as you head towards your room, you do see Fizzle and the butler working in the treasury room. You see Fizzle looking progressively more and more tired, and you have a small thought that he looks...
Remember, he's old. He needs to sleep too.
The butler turns to him and is like, yes. but,
Hey.
Yeah. I'm certain he knows his own limits. They quickly turn back to doing some paperwork and looking over some different numbers that mean nothing to you.
I'm going to bed.
With that, where are you going to sleep for the night?
My room.
You're going to head up to your room. Rittz, you going to make it up to your room?
Am I? You said I'm sloshed, right?
You are sloshed. I'm just asking if you want to try and make it to your room.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I'll let you make a choice of acrobatics or athletics. If you can describe to me how you do it with one or the other.
Well, not very strong. My strength is 10. Said acrobatics or what? Athletics?
Or athletics if you can describe to me how you do it with either or.
How do I do it?
You got this. Just don't die.
Nice, that sounds just about right. That is a 9.
Okay, I'm gonna die. It's fine.
I'm going to crawl.
You said a 9. What did you choose?
Athletics.
Athletics.
See what I got for aerobics. Got
The stairs are a challenge.
better. Yeah.
I'm gonna say with that type of roll, you hit your toe on every step.
Ooh, I'm crawling.
Yeah, I know. You,
You're hitting
and
your toes.
your brain isn't there, so you try to take your step again, and then you end up crawling again. And you get up to the common floor, and you have another set of stairs to get to your room. Please roll again.
Yes. Yeah. It'd be awesome, please.
I got 16 for acrobatics.
For acrobatics. Okay.
So, I figure maybe I'll try my hands and not my feet.
Okay, so you grab the railings,
Yeah,
and you're kind of using the railings.
sure.
Darling, do you see this?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh. You're cognizant that Darling's at least awake.
Yeah, you hear this every once in a while.
How long? Well, I got.
It takes you about 10 minutes to get to your room from the common floor.
This took forever.
I mean, in your mind it doesn't seem like it's that long, but Darling definitely sat and watched you.
So
I did.
focused on making sure I don't go back down the stairs.
Alright, if you need to long rest, go ahead and long rest. If you have points of exhaustion, go ahead and clear those.
I'm long resting just to not be drunk anymore. Does that work? Does that work?
I don't know, we'll see in the morning.
Add condition on hangover.
Is there, wait, there might be something somewhere. No. I don't want that. Go back. No.
I don't know about these other. If I only have 3 beers, I'll be up bright and early.
Where's the- That's not
Okay, so in typical fashion, Fizzle's usually the first awake. By the time any of you else would get up, he's already had coffee and he's working back on some of the tax forms in the treasury with the butler.
Since I went to bed early today,
You can roll against Stormy to see who wakes up first. Just a d6. Whoever gets higher wakes up first.
6.
So Stormy, you make it. She follows you within 5 minutes of you waking up, though. So
It doesn't really matter because honestly, I'm gonna do what my morning routine is. I'm going to do it in the common area
hot yoga.
because I am that pompous that I have to have people watching me. So I'm gonna start my morning push-up
I'm
yoga
just a down
meditation
down,
routine,
down,
which
I'm gonna
is
attempt to make everyone a giant breakfast.
a giant breakfast. Oh, okay. as you're walking out, you see Stormy in the middle, like right. You have to walk past him to like.
500.
You want breakfast?
Yes. No meat.
So you can head to the kitchen and you can head to the kitchen and go ahead and you're not trying to do like spell, are you? Just cook.
Just cook.
Okay, yeah. What's your wisdom?
20.
Oh, I'm gonna say you quite know how to find the instruments and you quite know what you're doing in this matter.
Cool.
Darling Rittz, D6 to see who's up next.
Okay.
Ben just
Mine's
sleeps
a
the
6.
whole time.
Yeah.
First to bed, last one away.
Yep.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I operate off a strict 10 hours of sleep every night. D&D is all about living out your fantasy, and my fantasy is that I have a healthy sleep schedule. That's my fantasy.
If you don't have
I feel like
inspiration,
mine's the
you
other
can
way
get wrecked,
around.
'cause I feel like my bones.
I have it.
In the 2 nights I spent in the game, I think I've made a clear point. Mine's the other way around.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
2.
2 and 6. You're up next, darling. You smell a huge breakfast being cooked. Like you
I
smell
yell so excitedly at the top of the stairs and I do a little happy dance.
you smell different like syrups and sweets on top of would you have cooked any meat?
No. I
No.
would not have.
Okay. Alright.
But
So,
I'm good.
oh, there's some eggs. So you guys have that dining room. I'm assuming that's where you would have brought the majority of the food. Okay. Rittz, you wake up, you do smell food.
Do you want that?
Nope. I'm not. I'm like slowly. I'm probably not even gonna go downstairs yet, unless I smell coffee.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you do smell coffee because Fizzle's put it on first thing.
When did Fizzle come in?
He's been up since
He's up
5.
first.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Yeah.
about 9.
throw my hood on.
Walk down in your robe and everything.
I don't even want to touch the stair, the railing. Just walk center of the stairs straight.
Okay. And then Ben. Sorry, I know you were distracted.
No, you're good. Yeah. Just get up in the morning, grab a coffee, grab some couple maps out of the map room, and sit down at the table and start eating and start mapping out a course.
Okay.
From the nearest waypoint down to Hammerfeal.
Okay. So go ahead and roll investigation just for me. I know
For
you
this
have,
then,
What?
can I use my cartographer's map case? Legend. That's like a wondrous item.
Mm-hmm.
Starting at rank 3, he has a magic item. You can use an action to make a DC 15 Wisdom Perception check to search your cartographer case to find a map either related to your current mission or inspiring a new one. On a success, you find a map with a prominent landmark. The map has information on the natural terrain.
Yeah. I like those odds.
Or no, here it is. It's the other one, map of shortcuts. Generate a special map identifying a shortcut. You can use your action to make a DC 15 perception check with a success revealing a map buried in your cartographer case noting a relevant shortcut. And then just from that waypoint to maybe to get around the mountain or something.
Right. All right.
It's an 18.
Okay.
Unless you want me to reroll
No,
it, kind of
no.
bounce off everything.
If it was low, I was gonna let offer.
Oh no, it's 18 plus 9, so 27.
Yeah.
Hi,
So
Disney.
you know that basically the closest waypoint that you will have found is in the forest with Lialabren.
Oh, okay.
Cognizantly, you're also reminded of the fact that the High Elves have basically locked down most portals and portaling right into their territory. It's not the actual tree of Lialabren, but it is the forest of.
Oh yeah.
So that's the closest that you have. You could go back into the desert, but that is north by it probably, from your understanding, add 2 to 3 days extra travel because of the terrain. To get back far enough south to then get below the mountain near Hammerfeal.
It does say the map includes notes on the terrain, granting you advantage on the next ability check you make to travel through the mapped area. In the next hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, I mean, I would allow it as a check and with advantage for your first day of survival if you decided to go through the desert.
Yeah. Okay.
And like I said, there is a portal in Lialabren.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna look at the desert map more. Try
Okay.
to map out that avoid detection.
So as you're looking at the maps, you can see basically from Lialabren or from Dunrust. Actually, I'm gonna hold on that thought because I want to bring up on the stream the map. So I'm gonna do that real quick so people can follow along.
Yeah. Because I think there should be one
Basically,
somewhere just north of the Free Marshes
Yeah. So basically, it's you're right. So
Okay.
for day wise,
for the
to,
temple that
to
we
trek
talked
to Hammerfeal from the main road is going to be quicker than the sands. However, it means you have to travel past the edge of Lialabren.
Yeah.
So there's different considerations to take.
But that trade route still exists, right? Like traders are still going to and from
They're-
Hammerfeal.
I mean, they have to. Just because the High Elves are in majority control, it doesn't mean that everything's completely shut down. I mean, within the first month, the first couple weeks of the month, everything was pretty closed down. But you can see 2 more days, the market in Dunrust is going to be back up and running.
Okay.
And different aspects of that. Let's see. Like that. Okay. Alaska Band-Aid. That's a Twitch sound. I was like, what the heck? I don't know who that is, but any hoots for the stream? This is our map. So to discuss from DM to stream and for our guest player here, I know I've shown you the maps, but just to go over it again, and for you guys, if you want to check out what we're talking about. So our current party is in Dunrust, and actually their manor is in basically the north part of the west side of Dunrust. So they'll have to pass over the Bridge of Contour to head over to the east side. And basically the discussion is they have access to a portal somewhere in between Northampton and Delmarge. That would put them a couple days out of travel comparative to just heading straight out of East Dunrust into Hammerfeal, and that's what Ben and Luke and I were discussing between the two. Is basically you would see from your basically you see from the maps that the quickest route is just to head out of Dunrust by foot or otherwise if you can gain access to other things. There's some options. You can kind of see that as you leave Dunrust, it's a bit of a paved. Then it does hit kind of a, we'll say sand dunes, less desert, but more kind of a coastal sand dunes. As you get past some of the free marshes, as you leave Dunrust, you can peel off to head to Dwarvmist, which is the mountain of the dwarves, literally a known mountain of the dwarves. or you can head straight to Hammerfeal. There isn't a great road, and the dwarves are known for kind of being much like the elves, a little bit to themselves, and there hasn't been per se any word that's gotten to you about where they are at with their mountain, if it is open or not. I'm only pointing this out because you would recognize the fact that, you know, there could be a stronghold of potential supporters and stuff in Dwarven Mist.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, that's what you discover from your map skills. Everybody's up at this point. You see various people eating.
2005, 2008.
Somebody doing push-ups over here.
He's lying though.
Accuse me of lying. I'm right in front of you doing them.
Yeah, with the numbers wrong.
Don't blame me for not knowing how to count.
Oh, right. I should give him the dragon mark. I keep learning how to count that way until the end, and then it gets weird.
Are you going to share with the party?
Yeah. Yeah, if everybody's down and eating, after kind of poring over the maps, marking off a path, I mentioned it last night. I think it's best if we all sit down and have a chat about what our plan is moving forward. Sound good?
Yeah.
I know you hate these meetings.
Just tell us where we're going. It would just be.
Roll for ADHD.
All over the place.
You have ADHD.
Yeah. So I'm like I can't.
There's too many smells right now.
Addressing the rest
I'm
of the group.
listening.
Addressing the rest of the group. We have 2 more swords on the east coast, followed by 1 sword in the mountain range above us, and 2 on the west coast.
Sorry, Stardew was like staring at.
I think it'd be best if we close out our adventures on the east coast, mainly because pushing to the west coast will get us farther away from Leanbren, home of the High Elves. So, before things get too hairy, I think we should make our trip to Hammerfeal. Looking at the maps, we have 3 options. First off is to take one of the portals, the sending stones, to the forest of Leanbren. This is the fastest route, but easily the most risky, as it puts us right in the heart of their territory. It's most likely under watch, and there's a very high likelihood of getting caught. We could take the portal to the desert. This is the slowest route, but also probably the one that's going to keep us out of the eyes of people. It's just a
Will it be boring?
desert temple out in the dunes. Most likely, it'll be boring, but we probably won't run into any problems on the road.
Anyway.
The third option is just the good old-fashioned taking the high road. We could set out east of Dunrust, take the bridge across, follow the main road, pass by the dwarven strongholds, on our way to Hammerfeal. It's the fastest. It's the second fastest route. It's faster than the desert route, but traveling the main road does expose us to inspections or conflict, or at least I expect some amount of conversating with high elf troops along the way.
Well, I know that I would, this is Fizzle.
Yeah.
I would like to be essentially trying to avoid some of the high elves. So either I think we'd have to leave by night, potentially tonight or tomorrow, depending on how much time we need to prep for this journey, or we have to hit the desert again. And I know how much of us enjoyed the desert this last trip with the sandstorm and
The
who knows what
camel
the work-
should still be there.
Well, that is true. That is a very good point. But anyhow, I'm all for any option as long as we essentially avoid the eyes of the elves.
For the most part, I think the portal through Leandrin is just off the table.
I agree.
I would honestly not mind traveling the road. We could, of course, charter or a caravan and disguise ourselves as a trading group, bringing trade from Dunrust to Hammerfeal.
Some of us lie pretty well.
Perhaps we're representatives from our tavern looking to expand our ale.
That's not really
I'm
lying.
certain I could write up certain documents to support that. In
I think that might be one of our better options.
It'll take
we'll
me
grab
a couple days of prep.
Okay, yeah. Well, that'll give them a chance to set a few kegs aside. We can load them up. We'll secure a cart, some horses, and travel as a trading caravan representing our
We
tavern.
could actually make some money off of it too.
I think with official documents, it's probably our official documents and travel is our safest route. Considering even if we take the desert, at some point we will still have to enter Hammerfeal through the main gates,
Yes.
and having this preparation will make it a little easier for us.
So does that mean I'm being hired on as security for this?
In the documents, yes,
Yes,
you would be.
In the
Because we have a noble,
what does that mean, documents?
I write words on a page. And
So
it
I'm
makes
security.
it official. Yes, it makes it official that you're security. for
Okay,
the-
I'm security.
So would Rittz, so would Kirad, so would most of you. The legal tenders would happen through your name. I am drawing a blank on your last name.
Who?
Yours.
Kryze.
Under yours, Lord Kryze. So that's where most of our legal tendencies come from, is that you have noble standing at least.
Yeah. I mean, my family's name is already on the paperwork for
The hidden hair,
the
yes.
hidden hair, and so I don't think it would be out of place to use it here, considering that we as owners and operators of the business will be the ones traveling to Hammerfeal in representation of our own company. In fact, to be honest, I think this is entirely legal, and there's no need to lie or backhand about it.
No, I think that it is a perfectly creative solution to it. It's just meeting with the High Elves as I've been
Of course.
poring over documents the last, since we've gotten back. To be honest, has been a little bit of a hassle, but it's workable. It's not the first time that I've seen dragons, and seen what. And it's not the first time that I've seen paper slowed down.
Yes.
Because in many which ways, but I think with the documents that I have from the Librarians Guild and my knowledge on accounting and all that, I was prone to meet with some of their accountants from the High Elf Embassy, and I will just go ahead and push this forward tomorrow as well.
All right.
That meeting.
I think that's the best plan.
Okay, and then because we are streaming, and I know you guys, I'm not gonna force you guys to ever. Well, let me just announce us in this, and I'll do the backside. We're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
now we can.
Yeah. I figure if
tell
we
each
hit
other how much we
if we hit Hammerfeal
That's
now,
much better.
then when my wife arrives and we can travel with her back to Alaria. Once we get the 2 from Alaria, then we just head north to the woods and get it from the Darkmere Forest, the last one. And that'll put us with the 7 swords near the strongholds of the Resistance, which is Darkmere, or Darkfin.
Are you who's gonna go shop for the caravan? Because I'm gonna be busy with documents all
I
day
would,
to today and tomorrow.
and I'm happy to, but I'm broke.
That's fair. Does anybody have money right now?
What does the caravan want?
Well,
I can
I'm not
get-
certain.
I can get caravan things.
In fact, I'm worse than broke. I'm in debt to my sister.
I still have some money though.
Oh, I have plenty. I'll go buy stuff. I have 21,000. Yeah, I'll go buy stuff.
I don't have a bunch of money, but I can help pitch in if I need to.
Oh, don't worry about it.
So, since I'm security, I'm getting paid, right?
Sure.
You get a.
We'll see.
You are getting paid. You
Yes.
got
If you
hired to
live-
come with us.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I did. You're right. Thanks for reminding me.
No problem. But if anybody asks, we hired you.
Who's we?
Us.
Especially that
Elvin
one.
and Galvatar?
No, no, no.
Yes,
No,
that's our
if
names
anybody
now.
asks, Fizzle Boom hired you.
I
Not.
like Fizzle Boom. Fizzle Boom's a cool guy.
Yeah, don't
He's
mention.
cool. I like him.
Don't mention. If anybody asks, don't mention Elvin. Don't mention Gelventhar.
Who?
You can just call him
Exactly.
Darling.
Fizzle Boom.
Or Darling.
Fizzle Boom hired
Fizzle.
you. Fizzle Boom
Yes,
hired you, and he'll make
Fizzle.
sure you get paid.
On the documents, I hired you through the house of Kryze. Whatever your last name is. I'll figure
Kryze.
it out on the documents. Okay. Who's going on shopping? You said you were? Okay. You can head towards the market.
Right, you can come with me if you want. Okay.
I'm gonna follow them.
Do we know he's following us?
Yes.
Oh, fine. Sure.
I made it obvious.
Okay, we'll get him a cupcake while we're out. It should amuse him for a little bit. I just don't. I'm afraid.
I just really want to hang out with somebody named Rad. It's such a cool name.
Kirad. The name is
Rad.
Kirad.
No, I'm rad.
Rad
Kirad.
is such a cool name.
It's Kirad.
I'm rad.
I just don't want him to
And I
stay
leave to
here.
go pack.
You guys start heading out the doors and get going. As you enter your room, you hear in your head, "Is it time to go procure my brothers and sisters?
Yeah, 2 more off the list.
Are we going to kill some people soon?
I don't know. We could. Probably not.
You still have
Hopefully
to use
not.
me like I was hoping you would.
Well, if you weren't trying to blind me, then it wouldn't be a
I'm
problem.
not trying to blind you. You see more with me.
I think I'll see less if I use you. I thought that was the whole point.
Get out
But
of there.
you see me when you're wielding me. That's the important part.
I can't wield you when I'm in bed with my wife,
Do you
and I do
think
love to see her.
I will be able to.
And
I don't know how to
begins.
respond to that.
That's my point. Thank you.
What are you doing? Get on there.
And then I'll just start ignoring it.
Okay. It's kind of been left speechless for a little bit. It's like,
What kind
okay.
of things do you think we need for a caravan?
That's a great question.
I'm thinking
Ooh,
12
ooh.
cupcakes.
We should buy a green caravan.
I
don't
don't
hear
hear
that.
that. Damn it!
It's her sword. It should
Oh,
be
it's
green.
mine?
Yeah, it should be green.
I don't know, but I think we should paint flowers on the caravan.
Oh my gosh!
I think
If
that
we
would
get
be
you paid, will you
brilliant.
do that?
I'll paint flowers on the
Okay.
caravan.
So first thing
And I
we
can
need
have
to buy
strikes to it too.
Yes,
How far?
that's
I
moving.
was not listening in the meeting.
Lightning? What?
How many
Where?
journeys?
Next,
many
like next
day
to the
journeys?
I
flower.
could etch
Like
it on the wood if you
we
use
should
me on
a
the wood.
flower and then 2 lightning bolts on both sides.
And I just found out how to make one.
Wow.
So hold on. How many days
I
is our
can
journey?
sometimes I can make
It's a better
lightning. I don't
camera
really
angle.
know how it
You like
works,
it.
but
You
sometimes
like
I can
I
make
couldn't
lightning.
see you from over here.
Okay.
It wasn't
Oh, yeah, it's
back.
cut off.
How many days was our journey? Does anybody remember?
Huh?
How long is our journey?
No, you don't. You don't
How long?
remember
Yeah,
from
how
the
long
meeting.
is our journey?
Oh, okay. We didn't find out. Okay.
It's gonna be
Like 4.
no. It's about a 9-day adventure.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
We need some sleeping bags for the caravan. Hold on, are we having more than one? Is it one or is a caravan like more than one vehicle?
I think we
This
should
is
buy
why
3.
Ben with us. Why do we leave
3
him at
shades of green.
home? Okay.
My sword has a great idea.
Okay. I love it.
3 of them. 3
Did you
different
just
shades of
say your
green.
sword has a great idea?
3 of them
I
for
have
3 what?
amazing
3 of them,
ideas.
3 different shades of green.
Wait, just yeah? Wait. Your sword has a great idea.
Love
What do you mean?
this. Okay.
My sword
But do we
has-
have?
it's not
We have
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Do we really need 3 caravans for 6 people? Because then we're only 2 people per caravan. Maybe 2 caravans. And then it's 3 and
Personally,
3.
I don't think that I need a caravan.
No, you're gonna sleep outside. We've already established that.
I-
That's
I'm-
why you're gonna get a
That's
sleeping
why I
bag.
wanted to sleep.
I'm gonna
late.
give you a sleeping bag. It's
Wow.
fine. We're
You're
probably
so
all gonna
nice.
sleep outside. Okay.
Okay.
2 caravans.
2.
Okay. And
Do we need food? Or are we gonna get that from
we're gonna get some food.
our own tavern?
Oh right, we have a tavern. I still want cupcakes, and they don't make cupcakes. We make rabbit stew, and I think that's mean. No touchy.
Ryder,
Thank you.
get out of there.
Okay. We're gonna rent 2 caravans. We're gonna get some blankets, sleeping bags, something.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get some extra food.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really remember where we're going, but we're gonna get a map.
Where are we gonna get all this stuff? I went to the market yesterday and they were closed.
Ben always has a map, but maybe we need a map because Ben doesn't let us see the map all the time.
I bet we could leave.
But
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Okay.
I know you guys are ignoring me, but where are we gonna get all this stuff?
The market.
We could
But-
steal it.
It was closed yesterday when I went.
Parts of it. You gotta
I'm just
know
saying
the
we
other
could.
ones.
What?
There's like other markets.
Oh.
There's like one big market, and then there's like other little shops that you can go to. We're gonna go to the little shops.
Oh, it makes sense. I wouldn't know about these.
No, and then we need to find the caravan people because we need 2 caravans. I think we have 1 caravan, so we need to find all that. And some paint.
Definitely the pastels
Outside paint.
preferred.
Outside paint.
Pastels preferred.
Yeah, definitely. Whatever your little heart desires.
It'd be really cool if it was chalk paint.
No, because then it would rain and it would all go away.
Is that how that works?
That's how she thinks.
Or
it
are
is.
you talking about chalkboard paint?
Okay,
I
so
don't-
we need to shop.
Really? No. What's the difference?
Where we're going?
Well, you've been
Great.
headed towards the market, and you
Mhm.
guys have been discussing different various ways to paint your caravan for roughly an hour and a half to get to the market. You get to the market and it's closed. And there's a sign saying that it has 2 days.
See,
to
I
open.
told you
There's
guys
other
that this
shops.
place was closed.
There's other guilds, yeah, but the main shop is the marketplace, and it's
Why would
closed.
you
All
ask
that's
us to
left
go?
is the meat popsicle stand.
Why would you even give us an idea that we need to go get stuff for our caravan if you were making it a possibility?
Because I was seeing how much my players were paying attention. One of them was. He even said something.
Two of us were not even in town that day.
Well, you are the two characters that probably wouldn't pay attention to it anyways.
I'm just gonna knock on the door.
The fact that my airhead character figured it out.
Yeah.
You're just knocking on a giant pavilion.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, well, it has to be.
Me popsicle stand guys is still there, right?
No, he moves day to day. Yeah.
Is the bakery
Are
open?
there any booths open?
No. You
Is
guys
the
are.
bakery open?
It's a Sunday. What?
I think Ben did this to get rid of us.
I'm very, like, meticulously writing out, like, the maps and the plans for Hammerfael and, like, studying maps of the city and enjoying my very quiet household.
Yeah, it is.
What are you even doing coming to this market? What was the point here?
Now I'm thinking it's because Ben's an asshole.
Ben's that noble looking prick, right?
Yeah.
Prick.
No. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Because he would have known. Mm-hmm.
How would I know?
Well,
I never went to the
this
market
is
yesterday.
Because you know everything. Well,
Hey, is that Micah?
Yeah,
Oh my
can I
gosh.
borrow your truck keys to pull your truck forward so I can tuck behind you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
we're up on me. I was like, who's coming in? I was like, dude, it's John C. really here? The whole
Oh,
freaking
John.
time that
I
you're...
had a moment like that too.
Well,
I wish John was here. I would have made a joke about this winter. We were hanging out at another friend's house having a game night, and somebody just like opened the door and walked in and
oh
started
yeah!
yelling.
You told me this.
So every time it's like there's a knock at the door, they're like, "Oh my God, it's LaDonna again! She's back!" Some crazy person that was hopped up on drugs.
Okay, as we walk back, I'm gonna scavenge every berry I can find.
Okay. There's not really berries in the city.
Okay, well, I'm no longer having any fun with this.
As we walk back, I'm
There are a
going
few
to
flowers,
actively
yeah.
steal flowers from pots.
Oh, okay, yeah. You see some various window pot.
I don't
flowers
care if
and-
people are
and-
seeing me.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You have a couple.
wildflowers.
You find a few in some
I'm
cracks and
uprooting
stuff.
them. I'm taking them to put in our pots.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Put those back, unless you're leaving money in all of their doorsteps.
Make me.
Fine. I will.
What are you picking berries?
Not anymore. Now I'm gonna pick up that fist into his face. Wait, don't they
I feel like
I'll
I'm
stand
I'm
behind you.
pretty sure I'm
Yeah, tell him.
he's a decent size here.
I'm going to
I don't remember
go
what
into
you
my
are.
bag of tricks, and I'm gonna pull out an animal and I'm gonna throw it at him.
Okay. All right. And this is what this session's devolved into.
Hold on, I think
Nobody
I got
expects pocket snake.
Watch it be a snake.
That's not an option.
Okay.
It's a bear.
It's a boar!
You might be large, but this thing all of a sudden is flying at you at terminal velocity.
Put it back!
I'm going to need you to just go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a nat one.
This thing lands on you.
You can get gored by one.
I have stats for a boar.
It comes to a 5 with my
Okay.
constitution, but
Wait, wait for it. Come on, slide.
Slide to the left. 1 roll this time.
They make a charge, and it would be 3d6 of damage.
Okay, yeah.
2, 6, 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage as this thing lands at you, grazes you with its tusk, and then you fall prone, and it's like half standing on you, looking around for the threat. And you're on the ground beneath it.
I'm gonna be. Go ahead and push it off.
Look,
But in a very half-hearted way. My flowers! My flowers!
look, I don't know why.
Those were my. I was trying to give the manor a beautiful.
Yes, but somebody else spent money on those to make their house pretty. And here's the thing, you may be visiting,
what?
but we live here long term.
I found these wildflowers. You can use instead.
There are
Do they have
solutions
roots?
that are not stealing other people's property. That we don't know them.
You need some
Why can't we steal from people?
woman with the
Unless
They're not using those flowers.
Yes, they are.
perfect. You're
For
gonna be
the
up?
same way that you would want to use them.
No.
To make it
These ones
pretty.
are getting you.
I said no.
Well, I already dug these ones up,
And
so
then
we
you go
might as
put
well
them back
take
in.
them back.
Go
Wait,
put them
Collin?
back.
Or we should take them back. With us.
Walk by Ben's study and fist bump him. Really quiet.
Okay. Yeah. Absolute peace
Yeah.
and just
I'll take a sip of my coffee that
Those
smells a little strong for coffee, and I'll give you a wink, and then just go back to the maps.
I will start putting back the flowers, but definitely pocket at least 2 of them.
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check and passive perception. Sorry, because you're now slightly
For both
focused
of
on the
us?
fact that you have a board. Yeah.
21.
That is a 23.
God,
oh,
they're
no!
gonna
Dang it! I know.
we're trying
mine's
to
not that
we're
hot.
gonna get ready to leave the city, and we're gonna be like, where are they? And then we get a letter of like,
And we
their
just
bail
add
is
our
10,000 gold.
Yeah, you have.
Feel free to
managed
bail them out of
pocket a
jail.
few flowers, and surprisingly, they're like slightly dangling out of your pockets. But these 2 are focused on a boar that you now have to wrangle in the middle
Okay,
of the
and
city.
I'm like sitting there having like a serious conversation. Okay, Boar, you did awesome. I'm really proud of you. That was your A+ game.
While
A+.
she's doing that, I'm gonna beeline her
However,
back to
I
the
need you to
manor now.
keep eyes on the air genasi.
We're
God. I'm moving. He's keeping his eyes on me.
Start-
He's moving too.
He's trolling.
And then we're going. I'm keeping eyes out for a cupcake store.
Okay.
Awkwardly trying to hide my flowers
Yeah.
that are hanging out of my pocket.
You guys eventually make it back to the manor, and it's with your adventures of flower stealing and flower picking and boars and whatnot.
Oh, I
You
want to
basically
sneak in
got-
on Ben.
You basically
No,
got rid of
I want to
them
sneak
from
in
10
and I
a.m.,
basically want to
and it's
pretend that I
about
could have shaped
3:30.
him, but I
Oh,
didn't.
lovely. At this point, I am
I just want to sit in front of the
yeah
and drink.
done for the day on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sneak up on Ben. I basically want to be to where it's like I could have
You
shaped
can't.
you if I wanted.
I'm in the I was gonna say I'm in the living room, like laying down on the couch.
I could still sneak in. There's lots of
And I
entrances
got
to this
at
place.
Oh,
least
yeah.
4 plants in that in those pockets. I'm filling 4 of those
Yeah.
7 pots.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The map room's right there in front of the big entrance.
Well, there's
Oh,
a
I'm not in the
meeting
map room anymore. I'm in the living room. The
Yeah,
one to
so-
the right.
The meeting room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just sit by the fire?
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
I've got a really
You
nice
can see-
chair in
yeah,
the
you
corner
can see
there.
everybody from that corner.
I've got like a really nice tall.
I will say this:
Maybe.
if
Can
you
I make a sneak check?
you can
Sneak
make
check.
it, but I need you to pass a 25.
Okay.
Say my passive perception's only 19, and I'm not looking out for anything. But
No, I know, but
oh yeah.
Stealth, right? have advantage in stealth. That'd be a 24. A 25.
Please roll a d6.
What? Please roll 1.
1.
Roll 6. What?
5. At the last moment, like, they're both kind of lounging, but Rittz, in particular, lifts up his head as he hears a slight
I don't
noise.
care about him.
I know, but they're in the same vicinity. So, Rittz, you notice that Darling is
So hard to call his wife
trying to
darling.
make a stealthly kind of shimmy over. You're also cognizant that he's seen you. You now hear
long
Rittz
trip to the
chuckling.
market.
Rat bastard number 2.
Why am I a rat bastard? What did I do?
You're the one who sent us off.
No, I said I would go do it, but I didn't have money.
This is true.
You knew.
Knew what?
It was closed.
The market's closed.
Makes sense that it's Sunday.
Nobody's mentioned it to me. The library's open.
What's your passive with insight, wisdom?
Inside 16.
Okay, roll persuasion with advantage, please. Both of you.
Persuasion or deception?
Deception, that's a good call, yeah.
Okay. 23.
Okay, I guess. What's wrong? We went and it was closed and we were able to get nothing
20.
done.
Well, it's gonna take him a couple of days to get the paperwork finalized, anyways. And of course, we can just pick up the carts on the way out.
Wait, we're here for a couple days? I thought we were leaving today.
No, he has to draw up the official paperwork. Well, you're not paying attention in our meeting this
not
morning.
paying attention.
Well,
This is why this worked out so well.
We should paint the whole manor green.
Oh god.
Sword's telling me some great stuff right now.
I know.
I got more money than I thought I did. I don't know why. I thought I had like 20 gold.
I'm going.
Oh, yeah, hey. When do I get my share of this manor?
When you
Should've gotten it
actually
when you
put
got
some
back.
effort into
What?
it.
You should have gotten them back.
But I don't know
You
how
guys-
much I would have gotten because I've been gone for so long.
Did you not get some when you came back this last sesh?
No, we didn't cover it.
We did get gold
Yeah,
when we came
everybody's
back.
got 5,000 gold.
Only got 1,000. So is that from like once I left? Because the manor was up and going when I left.
Oh, we didn't leave money around for your return. Sorry.
Just like you're not leaving money for Ellipsis.
We said, oh, that's one less split to the check.
So for a little bit of the stream's knowledge here, our party, as they're collecting themselves again, basically the party has a tavern/manor in one of the cities, and in that they get a passive income as they travel and come back. They get some money to spend how they wish. There are upgrades that they can do in the manors, and this affects different things from, being able to research where potential legendary items are, to even like
Definitely
stat
allergic to
upgrades.
that.
So they did a library upgrade, and it helps boost like
We
intelligence,
have a
and
different kind of
they did the kitchen, and it basically
Terry.
updated some sort of constitution stat +1. They also, you'll see them referencing, actually you've seen our player Luke grab a folder, and Phil also grab a folder at different points tonight where it has pieces of paper that show them maps about what the manor looks like, upgrades, maps of the current city and all that type of stuff. So occasionally I will throw that up on screen as well, but in general they reference this as they're playing to help world build themselves and keep track of things. And I try to provide sheets as we progress of large cities, maps, and updates like that type of stuff. With that, we'll jump back. We're going to fast forward through the next day. Fizzle ends up essentially taking a huge long meeting with some high elves. He's gone most of the day. The tavern remains pretty quiet. Kira runs around and does different bartending activities with Max. And do you already know Thieves' Camp? Okay. If you don't, you would now. Okay. So you would now because that's what he uses to communicate with the hand signs of the language there. And for the rest, Ben's continues to study up on not just the current quest, but he pulls out each of his 5 books, and you realize that there is the last pages in each book can be torn out to pair together for a final image. And you can see it's basically, leading to a drawn descriptor of what the temple should look like.
Okay.
It had previously said, it does have notations that it's in North Crevasse. It just doesn't. The last book, you're hopeful that if you have a more pinpointed descriptor. Rittz, I'm assuming here to spend most of the day, various drinking activities or meandering in your rooms, sharpening weapons, and then Stormy doing push-ups and drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing you said for him. Doing push-ups, yeah.
As we get to the final day, the market is back up and running. It's morning, you've been fed, and the weather has taken a change. You notice a storm front kind of moving in. It's raining pretty heavily outside right now. No thunder right now, but it is definitely a pretty good storm outside. Windy, blustery, rain coming down in folds.
It's just like that.
There's one other thing that I wanted to look up, probably, about Hammerfeal, and that's if there's any, knowing that there is a gladiatorial ring there, seeing if A, it's associated at all to the Fighters Guild, and B, if participating in that builds renown towards that.
It would.
Guild. Cool.
Yeah. It's known as a good testing ground. While you can't achieve master status,
absolutely.
There it will help for anybody participating that wishes to be part of the Fighters Guild. It is a good place to test different skills there.
Sweet. I think I'm getting close to. I'm at 5 points. I'm 2 points away from the 3rd level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's probably something.
If you're already,
something I'm paying
I feel
attention
like that's
to.
something of fighters. If you're already part of the Fighters Guild, you should already kind of know about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. The Fighters Guild that I was a part of was in Alstaria, which is a little bit more of a. It's a little bit more of a knighthood kind of culture there.
And kind of almost like a soldier
I
training
just
program.
forgot it's different towns.
Yeah. Hammerfeal is like their Fighters Guild is rough and tough. We're all gonna be fighters, and then Alstaria is more like knighthood and being a soldier. And
to be fair, you can kind of view Del Contour as a human world state, kind of like a Persian city, whereas Hammerfeal is more of a pirate port / ancient Roman type vibe. Lots of that Colosseum, marble, stones, buildings and such. Kind of a Greece atmosphere. And whereas Alstaria is more like the UK, old Scotland type of vibe. Castles made of stone, more
For freedom!
you've got a little bit wetter climate there, whereas Dunrust is kind of it's a growing city. It's a major trade city. It's not distinct because it has so many different aspects from a lot of other cities.
It's a melting
Yeah.
pot.
Whereas Darkven seems much more like it is typically non-human residents are who's there, and that is
Pretty comfortable there.
yeah but because of that, a lot of the building shapes and designs and architecture is just so vastly different than you'd see from most of Mursta. So it can be weird for some races to visit Darkven. You find your caravan, and it takes you some haggling, but the guy is willing to either rent out for $250 a day, or you can buy it for $10,000.
Honestly, I think we're fine to travel by foot. It's just the one we need to carry the barrels of booze.
Yeah, but it's for 9 days,
Huh?
so we might as well just buy it.
Oh, I agree. That's what I'm saying. We buy it. But I'm saying
Owen.
we probably only need to buy one caravan. I know it'd be
Yes.
nice for us to all get to ride and not walk, but
Who does camp?
I feel like I'm invested at this point with my flower pots on the porch. I might as well buy in on this franchising of the Hidden Hair.
So I will buy one. If Stormy would like to buy another, that is.
So caravans can come with different, shape sizes and stuff. The one you're looking at could potentially have space for a little counter, a little place to sleep, and basically essentially 4 kegs of your brew. Or you could remove the bench and the sleeping spot to fit essentially 6 kegs.
No, I think 4 is good. That's what I'll get that.
the one other thing that I'd probably look for is just because I forgot about this map
Oh, yeah?
is where that would be. Spend time trying to study and find that guy.
Yeah, you were because of an upgrade. You know what item's there. And what
Yeah,
it's
I know what item is there and it exists, but like trying to figure out the map of like track down the location of where it actually is.
So there's a rumor, for in particular, I need to look up myself.
It's the Vorpal sword.
Ah, yeah. Oh, you're looking at 33.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a rumor that it was last seen that there's some weird, almost fairy tale thing happening. There was somebody that said that they saw the sword once down in a sewer system, but that when a prince of some sort went down there to claim it, he ran into a rather large toad creature. And in fact, not just a standard, toad, but the reports say it is of giant size. Somewhere in the sewers. And that's about all the information that you've got.
Does the giant toad have a name?
The only information that you have is that it was, Prince went down looking for a sword.
I'm gonna name it Ogdo Bogdo.
Fine. But yeah, that's kind of the details that you've got from some reports that Claris has sent in.
It's from another game. It's from Fallen Order.
No, I know. Okay, so 9 days of travel. Are you guys ready?
I think so.
Yep.
Some note taking here. Do you know, perhaps, how much we want to charge for a keg in Hammerfeal, just for tax reasons?
I would base it off of what we normally get for a keg here, and I would add 20%, I'd say, 25% for traveling. Traveling fee for it.
Smooth, make the DM do the math.
It's whatever we normally profit off of. It's whatever a keg
Two
would normally.
kegs, 2 kegs a week. It brings us in, that 5,000 that we earn.
Alright.
So we're bringing 4 kegs, so that's 10,000. Mark it up, 20%. We could probably sell for 12.
I think that's fair.
Wouldn't it be good for business if we left it marked down though with all 4 kegs that we brought, and then we just throw a big party when we get there?
Well,
then
we could
people
always
will
mark it
know
down.
our name.
We could always mark it down when we get there. But if we could sell it for 12,
It's
that
just
would
good
be cool.
knowing going in because,
If anybody
we're
else.
dealing with vagabonds in Hammerfeal. Have
That's
you ever
right.
visited?
Personally, no, I have never.
Anybody visited Hammerfeal in their travels?
No.
I feel like you're an individual that's seen Hammerfeal.
I feel like I've been there, but honestly, I've been a lot of places with a lot of weird people.
You would have liked Hammerfeal just because, even though Dunruss is made a trade city, it's still pretty, straight and narrow. Hammerfeal is all rules out the window. It's a free spirits.
I'm pretty sure I've been there, but I think that it would be a good idea for us to have to just be welcoming at coming into town.
That's fair.
I know it doesn't make sense for us to be welcoming us
Perhaps-
coming into town, but just trust me.
Perhaps we could use it as a bartering tool to get into the.
We're not really there. If our business fails there, we're fine.
Yeah.
Our goal there is for what, these swords?
Well, really, we're just taking these for appearance sake. If anybody has
Exactly.
questions, so what we do with them
Let's
in the end is
break even. I think is our main goal.
What's our production cost for these?
Hmm?
What would be breaking? What would be our minimum? What would be breaking even on these guys for cost?
Well, for all of the different yeast and the fermentation, all that type of stuff for the different ales and the distillery stuff, basically we've already bought the utensils to make it and the supplies to make it, so we've already broken even on that. What we see as a gross profit is that 12K that I'm talking about. That
Alright.
includes the expenses to make.
All right. So anything's better than nothing.
Oh, great. I'll kind of wait till we tell my friends that are in. Oh, wait, what?
Nothing. Anywho, is everyone ready to travel?
I've got my pack ready.
All right. I think it's time we load up. If anybody asks any questions, if we could let Fizzle Boom do the talking for the officialness of. He knows the paperwork.
Oh, of course, I'm
Basically.
security.
Oh yeah, you were hired by Fizzle Boom, and we are all pot owners
Yeah,
and
we're
operators.
leading.
Such
We're
a good
leading.
fellow, that shorty.
No,
Yep. We're.
No.
I bought the caravan. I'm leading.
you don't do the talking.
Well, not all of the talking.
No.
But like leading of the caravan.
If you see the high elves, Fizzle Boom does the talking.
So what kind of flowers are we gonna paint on it?
I
Like,
think
I'm
he's trying to
thinking a
distract
couple
us.
sunflowers
I think you're trying to
and
distract
like
me.
maybe a daisy.
All right, you guys got your packs ready? We're loading up.
As you're throwing your pack in there, you walk away and you have green stain on your trousers.
A green stain on my trousers.
And you walk away and realize that this has been
Freshly
quickly
painted.
green.
Good job.
Brand new starched trousers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice big green line just right there for
I'll go
a
change them.
week's worth of change.
Let's sit in the driver's seat.
As he's about to go and change them, I'm like, I think you got paint on your pants there.
Yeah, don't touch the caravan.
Oh, I wouldn't go touch the caravan anyway.
It's a... We'll call it a... lilac. Yeah, it's purple. That's close enough.
I would assume between the two of you, painting the caravan would have been done in the last couple hours before. Yeah. Alright, everybody kind of knows the rules about travel. Please roll your first survival check of the night.
Because I mapped it all out, do we get any?
You get
bonuses to it?
advantage for the first day, yes.
Okay.
Wow. I got a roll.
Yeah.
What am I
Oh,
rolling?
nat
Survival?
20.
That's
It
two
was
successes.
It was a 10 and a nat 20.
Oh, mate.
I got 6.
6 for you. 18.
15.
8.
Okay. It's a pass because natural 20s will count for 2 successes. So how it works, Loki, is I think you might have caught up on this, but if the average is higher than 10 for the whole party, then it's a success. You don't really run into anything unless there's something that I planned. Less than a party average of
With advantage, right?
What?
That was a roll with advantage.
his was.
Oh, mine was.
Yep.
Good try though.
Okay, it's you roll out of the city. Fizzle does some talking with some gate guards. There's you can see that the gate on the eastern side of Dunrust is pretty full of aisles of different sorts. They take a peek, like pop open the lids of the kegs to check out, make sure it's going. Fizzle's written up some different documents to essentially hand to them, saying this is what we think we're going to yield for this, and this is what it could be taxed on, and various jargon that you've heard before for trades and goods in your time, boring to most of the members.
If he ever needs any like help, a little bit more of a persuasive vote to the high elves, I'm happy to step in, but I'm mostly just gonna let him do the official business jargon.
And he pretty much walks in and walks out, and they expect what they have to. They are a little hesitant, seeing how heavily armed you are, but they do recognize that, especially heading to Hammerfael, that it's better to be armed for when you go to Hammerfael than to not be armed.
To be fair, I have no weapons on me.
To be fair, I have a lot of weapons
I
on me.
would say one of mine is in a bag of holding and the other's in a pocket dimensions.
And you guys make it just out of the city with the rate of the caravan and whatnot for travel. Go ahead and roll D2s.
Nat 1!
2 failures.
The exact opposite.
That's a 5.
Dirty or natural?
7.
It's a dirty 5.
35.
15.
Alright, that is a fail. Hey Loki.
Actually, it's a 4. Sorry. No,
It
it's 5.
was-
Sorry. I looked at it.
Go ahead and roll a D100. If you don't know how to do that, you can ask Phil or Krista or Kay or Luke.
This one, right?
No, you'll need that plus another one of the same size. So that's your 10s. You need another that's just single digits, like here, this. So that's your 10s digit dice, and this is your 1s digit dice. So roll that. So that's a 93. 93.
93. Okay. Quick side note. Next sesh here will probably be playing on a pull-up table, so you'll have a little less space. But between hopefully by the end of September, I need you two to come over at some point, and we're gonna build the table.
Heck yeah.
Okay, back on track. 93, correct?
Yes.
Oh right. passive perceptions around the table, please.
21.
21, okay.
Passive?
Mhm.
19.
13.
16.
Nice, okay.
2? I think.
Passive perception?
I don't think so. I think I'm just looking in the wrong place.
It's these right there.
Doesn't really change the color.
Okay, so it's 12.
Okay. You guys notice collectively as a group as you pull up that there is probably 15 different armed traps. They look like animal traps, wolf potential, just in the middle of the road.
Should I do my thing? Okay.
Mhm.
Stop it.
You should just make her a sword for Christ's sake. Mimicking sword.
What does that mean?
Rider. I'm talking about Rider.
Oh,
Just make her a sword.
randomly.
Yeah.
Can I go disarm the traps?
You can, but it's going to take 15 rolls.
Trying to find a dagger and mimic or something.
Or you can
I was
each
gonna say,
split and try and disarm
Whichever
the
legendary
traps.
sword you get, that's the one she gets to voice.
What kind of roll is that?
Get in if I can help.
It's in
Well,
6
I'm
sleight
about
of
to
hand.
just pull an animal out of the bag of tricks and just let them.
How rude.
Mm-mm.
I'll do it.
They're only alive for an hour.
I'm willing to try and sleight of hand.
Brad, don't look at me like that.
I like that
Steal
idea.
them. Okay, I will.
Can I use mine?
I will go and start disarming traps, and then if people want to join,
I
they
will
can.
also go ahead and start disarming traps.
Okay.
Try to do it.
It's sleight of hands for people. You have 15 to get through, so.
That is an
Sleight of hand
18.
for what?
Natural
A what?
20.
18.
That's
30.
going to pass.
Just for
22.
what?
It's a disarm trap.
23. Natural 20.
Okay, you can
26.
disarm
Oh, no.
2.
I ain't getting anywhere near
Ooh,
traps.
I got
Me and traps have a
37.
bad history.
22.
22, and you're the only natural.
I
It's
got
usually
a
that one's
37. I
fault.
just got a natural 1.
27.
I'm trying first round, so.
Oh.
Okay, I'm on second.
I had a 26 the first time.
Okay, you were the nat 20, right?
Mhm.
So, tell me your first round's number again. Slower.
18.
18, that's a 1.
22.
22, that's 2.
26.
That's 3. Natural 20,
Mhm.
that's 5. And you?
I'm not gonna
You're
touch
not
the
touching-
traps.
Okay, round 2. You've got 5 of the 15 disarmed.
A nat 1, 37.
Okay, you're gonna take 2d10 of physical damage.
And is that trap disarmed? No.
It's
that
disarmed, yeah,
okay.
but it clamps down on his arm as he's disarming it.
I had 27.
Okay, that's another one down.
13.
You're gonna take 2d10 of damage.
7.
2d10 of damage, but that's 2 more traps, so 4 traps that round were done. So you guys have 6
Nice.
traps.
Where you use that one?
25.
That's gonna get 1.
4, 6, 10. 2 D10s.
5 damage.
Oh, I rolled the wrong one.
That's gonna be a 10.
Okay, that's gonna be another d10, 2d10 of damage.
Oh, cool. I got 3 damage. Yeah.
How's it going out there? You guys almost finished up?
13.
Well,
That's gonna fail 2d10 of damage.
if
It's only
they
2
let
damage,
me
that's
do it-
okay.
How many more
At
you
this
got?
Oh no.
At this point, I'm sitting
made
on
12.
one of the barrels with like my feet up, just like
Very lowly of you.
you guys almost
That's a little
done.
bit of damage there.
I got 13.
You rolled 13. That's another 2d10. There's 2 traps remaining. We can go on to the next round.
I took a little bit of damage there. I'm a little.
You got some chewed
Ow!
up
I have
flesh.
20.
Ow!
Dirty 20.
It
And
hurts.
that's 1, so there's 1 trap remaining.
I'll do the next one, guys. 17.
Okay. That gets it. Yep, you clear all the traps. Roll
Hey,
this
this
one.
is
Not
why
lucky, man.
No!
That would hurt.
I am made to do this. It is what I've been trained to do since I was a wee little lady.
We should have just
Thing.
pulled the animals out of your bag of
So you can delay by a day to heal up and take a
Nope.
full long rest.
While we're walking, I'm casting Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
That's a 10-minute spell. Everybody heals 17 points.
Okay.
Thanks. I need that.
I'm good.
Okay, day 3. You
suck.
know how this goes. Survival check.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
That is a
19.
dirty.
21.
Dirty 20.
Filthy 20. Dirty, nasty 20.
8.
Okay, majority is a pass. So third day goes unaltered. You're basically almost past the edge of Lialabrun's edge of the forest. So you're looking forward and you can see kind of some grassland coming about. It's kind of gravelly, kind of cobbly, so making good time. Day 4, another survival check, please.
Not 20, 22.
So that is 2 passes.
13.
That is a pass.
1!
That's 2 fails.
23.
23, so
11.
okay, you guys pass.
Is that 2 nat 1s with this dice? And
You're in
3
a
rolls?
grassland state,
Everyone a few.
kind of leaving the forest behind now on to your 5th day. So go ahead and roll survival.
Yay!
16.
Ooh, that's a 5.
Nat 20.
16.
For 22.
13.
17.
Okay, that's another pass.
Man, dude, traveling by road is so easy.
Why didn't we think of this earlier?
Interesting.
Next survival.
15.
Oh, 22.
Natural 1.
8.
17.
So it was 8
15.
plus 2 fails.
No, I had 22. She had nat 1.
Okay, 2 fails, failure.
15's a failure?
No.
Oh, cool.
What'd you get, Krista?
17.
22.
22.
3 passes, 3 failures.
Somebody can roll a d6, 2 d6s. Krista, roll d6 against Luke.
Oh, Jesus.
Luke, if you get the higher, then there's nothing that happens that day. Krista gets the higher, something happens that day.
I'm good energy, you're bad energy. 5.
3.
Nothing happens that day.
See what happens when I get to study my maps? We know the roads. I'm just building up bad karmic justice right now. That's all I'm doing.
Katie, please roll a d100 for day 7.
Have it on my wall.
Oh, I need to
30?
reset. No, I need to reset. That was from showing Krista how.
33.
33.
Oh, it makes a little sound effect too.
I like this one. Since there's, we'll make Fizzle roll to, how about that, just to make it fair. Everybody roll a d6.
2.
5. 5.
2.
So there's 3 5s. You 3 all roll. Again.
Those 3? Or
Everybody that got a 5.
everybody got that? 5.
6.
3. Wait, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Sorry, Kiriad.
That's
As you're
bad.
walking along, all of a sudden, the rest of you, particularly you, so you're used to kind of keeping an eye out, notice that Kirad seems to be standing and just kind of arms behind her back, and she looks to be looking at a flower in the ground.
Flowers are very
What's different
distracting.
About 5 minutes ago, the caravan's about 5 minutes ahead of where she's standing back along the road.
Oh, crap. Everybody hold! And I'll hop off the cart and start walking back. She ran off again.
No, she didn't run off. She's just.
Stop.
She's just
I'm
standing
already
there.
walking down the road back.
Okay.
Just like kicking a pebble every like 3 steps, kick the pebble. Every 3 steps, kick the pebble. Shit, it went off the road, but I'm not stopping. Find a new pebble to kick.
Yeah. Is anybody else going back with her, or are you?
No, Ben seems kind of cranky. I don't want to be around him.
I am working on my beautiful flower mural on the side of the caravan.
By the time we get to Hammerfeal, I'm going to make you roll for the quality of your pictures.
I said beautiful, but I don't know.
It could be in your eyes, the eye of the beholder.
I think it's beautiful.
There's a beholder? Oh, God.
Oh no!
Why is he holding bees?
As you approach Rad, well, perception, investigation, whatever you prefer.
Probably perception. It's a 13.
I have 14.
Were you with him?
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to be breathing.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna step on that flower.
Okay. Crunches.
Nothing?
She's still staring right where your foot is, where the flower was.
Stand up.
Well, it wasn't the
I
flower.
don't know what hit me.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on her. And I can express any effect that might cause the target to become charmed.
You will what?
It can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened, but in this case, I'm assuming it's charmed. I'll cast Calm Emotions. It's a saving throw, or they can choose to fail. But I don't know if that would get that option. DC 18.
As you feel it wash over her, it is a magical effect, but it's not necessarily a charm.
I've always wanted to do this, and I just like punch her in the shoulder as hard as I can.
Okay. She.
After probably years of her doing the same thing to me.
Are you gauntleted right now?
I am in plate mail, so yeah.
Unarmored attack.
Okay.
Damage,
Yeah.
please. You're just watching him do this?
Oh, yeah, it's just 4 damage straight up. There's no roll.
Okay. 4 damage to you, Kieran. I would say this. You feel it. Your mind's still there. When you make contact, she does move, but she feels denser.
Is she like... I was gonna say, is she petrified?
You could make that assumption.
Oh, crap. I don't think any of us have anything to help with that.
Hear my sword.
It's not talking to you right this second. You can try talking to it. Your mind is active. In fact, as Rittz is watching while you're punching, you can notice very slowly her eyes are moving. But like at such a slow, like, instead of a snap up or anything,
Yeah.
to raise her eyes up to see you guys would take.
Can I just
several
like try
minutes.
and, noticing the movement, try and determine if it's like maybe a petrification or if she's under the effect of a slow spell?
High Arcana check. Yeah.
Do I have the identify? Don't have identify, do I? I don't have identify. No, it's 11. Connor.
Okay. You're not certain. You know you can move her.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna look at Rittz and interlock under one shoulder and be like, we'll give it a bit and see what happens. Pick her up.
She's pretty big.
Well, less lifting her and more rocking her over, and she's just dragging heels.
Yeah.
Outside of Kira.
She doesn't quite
She's taller
move
than both of us.
flexibly, but yeah, you're dragging half
Stout
orc.
body.
Yeah. How are you gonna position in the caravan?
Pick up and just lay on top of the barrels.
Okay, it's not
And,
comfortable.
I'm gonna take a rope and I'm gonna tie it around the barrels like a seatbelt over her. Tie her down.
She's stiff as a plank board.
Yo,
Oh,
rad.
wait!
Yo, Rad. Bondage is
No,
really
never
rad.
mind. That's diseases or poisons. I'll try it anyways. I'm gonna use 5 points of my lay on hands to try and cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting the creature.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna.
Anyway.
I'm just
never
gonna
mind, that
sit with
doesn't-
her
yeah.
and I'm gonna talk to her.
Hang on, I'm working.
I don't think my potions of healing will do anything.
I am gonna send a secret to Katie.
I was just gonna ask if my mind is working. Can I?
No, because a lot of them are components. Like you have motions or need something. I'm gonna do the dice of
Like
Tamora.
speaking, they
just
cost
out
like
of-
verbal and somatic. Verbal
Oh,
and
sorry.
somatic. What? So the components of VS makes verbal and somatic.
I don't know if this will help,
Signals and verbal
but I rolled the-
speech. Was it natural 20?
You don't want to hold.
Pleasure.
Okay. Yes.
I rolled the dice of Tamora. I got a 13. You and any friendly creature within 15 feet of you gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Okay.
In case it helps.
I mean, for the next minute, the road isn't as bumpy. You guys gonna keep moving forward now that she's strapped and locked in like a plank board?
Probably.
Still painting your flowers?
If Ben has
I
a-
mean,
Did you make any?
If we're
did,
moving,
did she? Did you make any notice of the fact that they loaded her in like
vaguely,
vaguely? Okay.
I'm aware.
You're okay.
It happened.
But it's not.
It's
so really.
not my concern.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Katie can't roll, so that's an automatic failure for your next survival check.
What?
Yeah. Day 8.
Were you about to show me?
Are we on day 8?
Oh, I thought you were about to.
No.
You got to roll survival check for day 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was our automatic fail.
No, she has an automatic fail.
15.
Oh, she.
Got it.
Is
I
that-
have a 7.
Okay. So that's 2 fails, 1 pass.
13.
That's a pass, so we'll see what Luke's got. You notice as the day passes, it's really bumpy, and after that minute, you're taking a full point of exhaustion. So but
What did what's his best roll?
what?
What did Fizzle Boompop roll?
I'm not rolling for him for this moment. So basically, the further you get away, you feel less trapped. Your eyes are moving at normal speed, but your body is not. And no function of the mouth is like. So you get to stare at a tarped up ceiling. Sunlight, no
On me!
flowers.
I've been chatting to her.
I gotta see if paladins can switch their spells on a long rest. Because if they can, I might be able to get lesser restoration, but I don't remember what level that is.
You need to roll a survival check moving into day 8.
Natural 20.
Okay, 2 passes. That answers that.
3 passes.
No, you got 2 passes on top of your 2 passes, so 4 passes technically. Day 9. one more survival check to make it to the dates.
Just a second. I'm trying to see if I can get less restoration. If I can switch spells.
This will be a hard day.
So I'll cast on him.
It's your fault.
Pass.
I got 7.
Paladin.
2 fails.
I'm trying to see if I can see if less
Actually,
restoration.
that's 3 fails because still party member. So really.
Well, that's what I mean is
Yeah.
if I can cast it and it cures them, then she could roll. But I need to see first if I could even cast it to find out. Issues and balances when you do something. Yes, when I finish my long rest. So I can switch my spells. So like at the very start of this day, I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on her
Okay.
and see if that works.
Yeah. As you cast it, you feel some of this tension energy actually suck out of her, and it numbs your hand.
Ew.
But you have full movement and speech again.
Can I talk? Can I talk? You can! Oh, yay!
Talk.
Your right hand feels numb.
Ah!
Just wanted to look at the flower.
I know.
Inspiration, sir. That was
Maybe-
dirty, but
Maybe you should just look at the flowers
How
that
do you get
Stormy
2
painted.
inspirations? Well,
You
if you already
don't.
have it, then
I don't know. I think they're pretty good.
They're very good.
You think so too?
Yeah. So let's just look at those flowers for now.
I can't look at any more flowers in the room.
No, not right now. You're gonna have to
Only
look at
on
flowers
the wagon.
On the wagon that's on the road. So in a way, you're looking.
Don't
at
worry,
flowers
I've been
on the
painting
road.
a lot.
And you can cast a spell and put them on
Alright.
your thing
Survival
again.
check?
so you can both roll. Yeah.
16.
Okay, pass.
it's just those 2.
11.
Pass. Okay.
I was gonna say if you fail that roll, I should have just left you Stone Cold Steve Austin in the back of the van.
And the last survival check before you guys enter Hammerfeal. Luke, I'm gonna be sending you a message here.
15.
14.
14.
14!
All 14s?
Yeah.
I got a 15.
2 13.
Loser. Oh.
I got a 15.
Oh, 15. We got 13, 14,
We
14.
bookended it.
Yeah.
It was almost a full house.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 12.
I rolled an 11.
Yeah, I had 11 plus 3.
I have 5 plus 8.
Yay, team. Perfectly average.
Be aggressive, passive, aggressive. Name that movie.
I just need to know here shortly.
Yep.
And that is a pass. So I need to wait to see here in a second, and then we will continue a little bit more.
I shot a message back.
Sweet. Okay. With that, my good friend Loki, let's see how well your painting is.
Is my hand still numb?
It is still
20?
God.
D20, yes.
Am I adding it to anything?
Nope, just a
Oh,
raw
it's
D20.
a 2.
I don't think, unless you better hope I get a natural 1 here. I got
feeling it was gonna be bad.
12. So, you guys have been watching Stormy draw less than a kindergartner style level of a flower. And lots of them. All over this green painted, the paint wasn't quite dry when he started, so there's some smeared flowers. And he's just looking happy as a clam there about it, you know. He looks like, you know, a satisfying day has ended, you know. This journey has been well spent.
I've been working really hard on these flowers, guys. Aren't they great? I've been studying these flowers for so long. Like, at least the last, like, I don't know, like 6 months. I think. How do months work? Months are like how moons work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least the last 6 months I've been studying at least flowers when we've been, like, walking around or whatever, you know? Like, I guess not with you guys, but, like, when I've been walking around, I've been studying these flowers. And don't they look good? I feel like I did a really good job.
You did something, and we are proud of you.
I think this
Can
is the best painting that I have ever seen.
I think
In
that
the
we're going
last-
to be able to
Can I
resell.
cast a flower? and
I think
be
we're going to
like-
be able to resell this wagon for so much.
This
Yeah.
is the best piece of artwork I've seen in at least the last week.
We should try to put it
Oh,
in the gallery.
touche.
You notice her druid crafting the flower and like looking at it.
Yeah, I can see.
You're right. It looks just like it.
Very Art Deco.
Dude. You're so right. I'm so proud of myself.
At least somebody's proud of them, right?
You approach the city, and before you even get to the gates, you hear just noise. You hear a large mass of beings roaring, and you hear you can see different fireworks are set off from inside the city that are very obvious as shooting off and kaboom and different colors and smokes, and you can see some there's a bay off to the right, so you got the main gate in front of you. You can kind of see off to the left hand side of the city is basically smoke fireworks being shot. That's where a lot of the crowd noise is being roared from. Off to the right you kind of see some pirate ships in the bay. You can see that a couple of them are firing shots off, not at anything in particular, but they're also celebratory. It is obvious that Hammerfeal is in a big celebration mood. For what reason, you're not certain.
They must have heard we're bringing booze.
I've never been here before, but I don't think that we should go down towards the docks.
Hold on.
What?
Wait.
What's up?
Does that mean that he has?
Go that way.
Well, I think we're...
Why
Do
should
we-
we go by the dock?
Well, there's two places. There's the docks with the Pirates Cove, but it looks like most of the town is celebrated around the gladiatorial ring, which is the other destination here that we were
Sounds
coming
like
for
a good
anyways.
place for me.
I think it'd be a good place for him. I think he'd do well there.
Why? Oh, okay.
It's where one of the swords are. The the champion of the gladiatorial ring. That's one of the 7 swords.
Yeah,
Oh.
as you approach, there's a really
Not the
large
fun one though.
steel
Which one?
grated gate
I don't know
for
which
the main
one it
entrance
is.
of the city. And before you even approach to like even talk to a guard of any sort, the gate raises. There's nobody checking. Like you don't even see who raised the gate. And they're just letting people in. They close it in between passaging. You were the only one on the road for your day, so and you make it into the city. And that's where we're going to wrap up for this session.
Okay.
Um,
I do want to try and find a house of healing
okay.
and talk somebody in to casting lesser restoration on my hand. I don't know what's going on. I just need help.
You can definitely do that.
I'll roll deception on it too.
It's like he's cheating.
I'll roll deception on it too. And as soon as they go, what's wrong with my hand? I'll be like, oh, you saved me, thanks, and then leave.
You do find a house of healing, and a couple of the priests are able to look at it, but basically they leave you with no answers.
No, I'm looking for people that can cast
No, and
lesser
they
restoration.
have.
Like,
And they have. They've tried casting the spell on
oh,
you,
and my hand is
yours-
still numb?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
Well, we're at the house of healing. We might as well take some healing.
Yeah. So they offer it freely.
Oh, look at him.
I think you're long rested, so you should be.
Well, I mean, like I could use a few like
Did I
points
get
of
my
healing.
point of exhaustion
Just
back? from
We haven't
hits?
fully long
Huh?
rested,
Just
so
from
we'll do
hits,
that.
I could use some points of healing.
We past days, when you long rest at the end of the day, you go back to full health.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This being into the 9th day, there hasn't been a full. So anyhow, with that, the last little bit for tonight is that up to the next 2 sessions, Luke is going to be DMing, so he'll get to figure out how to run all this. So I'm gonna probably show you a little bit tonight, and then I can
Oh,
run
yeah.
you next time that you're
I'm
here.
ready.
So it's not hard at all. And then if you wouldn't mind staying just a little bit, so we
Oh,
can
yeah.
discuss some stuff. And then yeah, so he'll be running, and then it is up in the air. I think, to be honest, I don't know. I think John was eager to try next after you. So basically, we're gonna be doing our guest DMs, meaning that we'll rotate through the players, and you'll get a chance to DM with a focus in mind. And yeah, I will be playing your character, how you've presented them to the best of my ability. And if you really hate your character, now's the time to kill them off. Anyhow, with that said, yeah, next 2 weeks back on Sunday instead of Saturday. I just had to head to Prince of Wales tomorrow, so we will have Luke in the slot.
Cool. First order of business.
Mm.